As you can tell by this point, this is going to be a travel vlog. I'm flying back to China today. Let's sit down here. Might as well fill in some gaps since I checked in about 3 hours early and I still have to wait for my flight, which leaves 5 minutes before midnight, and now it's like 9 o'clock, so I have a lot of time. So first of all, I'm an international student, and obviously I'm based here in San Francisco. There's a lot of visa, immigration related issues that I really don't want to go into in this video, but the short version is because I'm not working and I'm not going to school, I'm not taking classes right now, there's no reason for me to stay in the United States. I need to leave. Over the past few months, I've been stuck here in the United States because there was literally no flight for me to get back. All because of this absolutely stupid policy known as the 5-1 policy passed by the Civil Aviation Administration of China. Let me just go through what the 5-1 policy stands for. 5-1 policy: one airline, one flight, one route, one country, 1 week. So basically, if you're a foreign airline flying into mainland China, you only get to operate on one route. So if you're flying to Beijing, you can't fly to Shanghai. You operate on that one route, you only get one flight per week. And the same goes to Chinese airline. If you're flying to New York, you can't fly to San Francisco. You only get to choose one location in one country to fly to, and you operate one flight per week. Although the rules have changed slightly, I wasn't keeping up with the rules since I bought my ticket back in May, and I was settled to just, take that ticket. And now it's July, it's time for me to fly, and I'm not sure how the rules have differed, but back then it was extremely hard to find a ticket, and even if I were to find one, it's extremely expensive for me to buy. After a month of hunting down on a ticket for me to get back, my mom was able to find me this one ticket that takes me from Tokyo to Shanghai, and basically what I did was I found myself a flight that takes me to Tokyo. And since there's a transit policy in Tokyo saying that if you are transiting, you need to be in and out within 6 hours. So I looked up the only flight that flies out of San Francisco and flies into Tokyo during that time frame, and the one that fits the category is Incheon, flying from San Francisco to Incheon to Tokyo. And I'm connecting onto that flight that takes me from Tokyo to Shanghai. I mean, that's assuming everything works out perfectly, but I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. I think my main concern is if there is a delay that's huge enough, it could impact my capability to get on the next flight, and that's like the biggest issue. Since I didn't mention the visa issue, that means that once I leave the immigration, I won't be able to get back in. And I won't be able to enter the border in Korea nor in Japan. That means either I make it all the way to Shanghai or I'm going to be stuck within the airports, and I don't know how to deal with that situation. So if everything works out perfectly, I should end up in Shanghai at the end of this video. I hope. I think boarding started.
Boarding pass and passport, please.
There you go. Alright. Thank you. I think I forgot to mention that I'm flying in premium cabin today. The economy was sold out, so I didn't really have a choice, but I guess this is one thing that I should look forward to. I don't really get to fly in business class often. The legroom is so wide, holy shit. I should be expecting this, but I'm still surprised. Health declaration forms. I am not entering Korea though. Do I have to fill this out if I'm transiting? I'm not sure. Oh well. It's gonna take off soon. Alright. I think I'm going to sleep. I'll see you guys when I wake up. We land in about 30 minutes. Thank you. I made it to Korea. It is hot in here.请问你们是飞到中国哪里啊？
上海。
你们是直接飞吗？
我下一站是从日本走。
啊，我也一样。
一样的。
What do I need to do?
Yellow paper because it's security area.
I see. I'm gonna close this real quick. The lady earlier that told me not to film because it was security, so I had to turn the camera off for a second. So I'm heading towards the gate for my next flight, which is still undecided. I'm not sure actually, because it's not shown on my boarding pass. So I'll have to check once I get to the end of this hallway. That one. I have 4 hours to, chill. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but let me get to the gate first and see what happens. So I went to the gate, and there were a bunch of passengers just sleeping. I didn't feel like it was gonna be right for me to talk over there since some of them are. The next flight is like in 4 hours. Let me find a place to chill, maybe get some work done. It's closed. Shit. Alright. So they're not open yet. So I went to the lounge and I realized that it was temporarily closed, but they gave directions to their other lounge that's still open. I went to their other lounge and it's still not open yet. So I finally found myself this place, like where like you can tell maybe that there's literally nobody around. Well, anyways, I think I won't be doing. I won't be doing anything. I'll just be chilling for until 9 o'clock. My next flight arrives. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, change of plans. It is now close to 7 o'clock, and obviously the vibe it's showing in the airport is a little different now because shops are actually opening up right now. I think I'm gonna go head towards the Asiana lounge and see if I can get some food. So I was able to get myself into the lounge because my next flight is also in business class. There's not a lot of people in here right now, but overall I think I'm gonna go get myself some food, see what's gonna happen. So this is gonna be my home for the next 2.5 hours. 2 hours, actually 2 hours and 5 minutes. Thank you, bye-bye. Since Asiana landed in, I think, Terminal 1, and the next flight is in Terminal 2, I have to head there real quick. Alright, so a quick little update. After that line, there's one good news, is that I actually got my boarding pass for my next flight. That means that I am actually going to be on that flight that takes me to Shanghai. Thank God it worked out. I got my first 2 boarding pass for my first 2 flights since it was one itinerary bought from Asiana. But the last flight is from China Eastern. I wasn't able to get that boarding pass when I was taking off from San Francisco. So I got it over here in Narita. You have no idea how stressed out it is to travel so much for so long. Literally right now it's been more than 24 hours since I have left for the airport in San Francisco. There is another 5 hours to go. I'll hang in there. That is going to be me for the next 3 hours. So this last leg is going to be economy class. So I am most likely going to put my camera back into my bag and just film some shots with my phone. And also because from what I know, this flight is going to be extremely crowded. It's going to be at least more than 75% full. So, and also because it's economy class, I'm probably going to do some extra precautions. So I'm going to wear like a raincoat outside and also put on my eye mask. It's really stuffy because I'm already wearing 2 layers of mask right now. Oh, almost there. Alright, after like literally I think like 33 hours, I finally made it to my quarantine hotel here in Shanghai. If I didn't mention in the beginning of this video, I probably should mention it right now that I have to go through a 14-day quarantine. So for the next 14 days, this will be my home for like the next 14 days actually. So my body is still running on San Francisco time zone. I think I'm gonna take a shower and go to sleep.